Hi. For my final project, I decided to do a creative hanger. And it's not the prettiest, but I would say it's pretty creative. Each color represents a different meaning and value for each theory, and I will be going through each of them. Um, First, we will be starting off with conscious creativity. This green represents the growth, the energy, and the purpose that conscious creativity serves. And entrepreneurs are constantly thinking of new ideas and using their creativity in many ways. And conscious creativity is when entrepreneurs are forcing themselves and using their creativity for a specific purpose. Um, when they identify a problem, they use all of the creativity that they have as an entrepreneur to solve that specific problem. Next, I will be going with silver. This is stigmatized creativity. And this is when some creativity is not accepted. It's kind of, stigmatized into a certain area that where people don't want to see it. It's kind of the silver kind of symbolizes the hidden values that we have in life that society kind of just rejects and throws away. Sometimes I compare this to artwork, kind of how older art is a little bit more broad, more creative, more colorful, and now that more art's more minimal, now it's more accepted. It's seen as more creative, and this is what I view as stigmatized creativity and how that theory plays a role in everyday life and how entrepreneurs are sometimes overlooked for the creativity and some ideas that they come up with and how they are stigmatized. Following that, we will be going with red, which is the operative unconscious. And this is when your unconscious, subconscious mind kind of comes up with these creative ideas without you even realizing it. You'll be sleeping and you'll have a dream about something super creative you could never even think of when you're awake or just thinking about it purposely or on your own. And I went with red just because it's more, bold. It's unexpected. It kind of wows you, and it kind of plays an influence to our subconscious. And it's a very bold color. Following that, I will be going with creative destruction. This is the destruction of old ideas that are completely overthrown by new ideas that are revolutionary. And I went with gold as this, in some ways, signifies or symbolizes transformation and new values that come upon our society, and kind of shows the replacing the old or the flow of time. And that's why I went with gold. Kind of how similar to an example used in class was how Netflix replaced Blockbuster, and how Netflix, all these movies, everything all put into one, and Blockbuster just gets thrown out the door and is completely replaced. And these destructions of companies happen almost every day. New inventions, new ideas come and go, and that is just the normal flow of creative destruction. Lastly, I went with brainwaves. And this includes alpha, beta, or theta brainwaves, which kind of influences how we think, how we act, how we sleep, everything that goes on in our daily life. Our brain is on a brainwave pattern. And this, I went with blue because it signifies and symbolizes a mental state of focus, of clarity, of just calmness. And brainwaves is just brainwaves are just a kind of state of mind. That's why some people may have a different creative thought when they're running or they're sleeping or they're listening to music. There's different kinds of music that was stated in class that have influence on how we perceive things and how we think, how creative thoughts come to flourish in our mind. And this is all in all what brainwaves is and how it influences our everyday life. And there are many factors to what can influence and what makes these brainwaves change and fluctuate. And these are my 5 theories I decided to go with, and this is my creative hanger. Thank you.